Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Brandi Glanville reveals horrific burns after trying to purge Parasite from her body. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has severe burns after her attempt to remove what she believes is a facial parasite from her body. Brandi Glanville has revealed her horrific burns after trying to purge Parasite from her body. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star has been battling health issues after she discovered what she believes is a facial parasite living in her body. The 52-year-old said she'd been suffering with a mystery illness for 2 years, which she first noticed when she saw fluid under the skin on her face. The fluid then started to swell, with the star being left unable to talk or eat, and she was rushed to hospital where she was diagnosed with angioedema, a condition which causes parts of the body to swell, often because of an allergic reaction. However, following this diagnosis, Brandi started to believe her symptoms were caused by a parasite, so she has been trying certain treatments to remove the alleged organism. Posting on TikTok, the reality star showed off her facial chemical burns, which she said were the result of her attempting to rid her body of the parasite. She has now called the parasite Caroline, and said she'd burned herself using hair removal cream, and claimed she'd done it because she realized it paid Caroline off. In the video, which now has over 720,000 views, Brandi joked to fans, "I know I look attractive. Good news, you don't have to spend a lot of money on peels and lasers anymore." She continued by saying she had used the hair removal cream on the bottom half of her face, and then exfoliated the skin in an attempt to upset the parasite. "It is the fountain of youth, but I overdid it," Brandi said. Following her health struggles, it has been reported that Brandi was prescribed intravenous antibiotics, as well as antifungal medication, which apparently seemed to help her symptoms, but she claimed she couldn't afford to continue taking them. Numerous TikTok users responded to the video showing their concern. One person wrote, "If this isn't screaming for HELP, I don't know what is," and another commented, "I pray you recover because I can't even imagine what you are going through, but remember young people followed you." It was supposed to be a night of self-care, candles lit, herbal tea steeping, and a wellness treatment Brandi Glanville believed would finally rid her body of what she described as a parasite that had been tormenting her for weeks. Instead, it turned into a nightmare she's now bravely sharing with fans. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum took to social media this week, posting a series of raw, unfiltered photos showing deep red burns across her jawline, neck, and chest. In the caption, Brandi didn't mince words. "This is not a makeup trick. This is my real skin after a treatment gone horribly wrong. I thought I was healing myself, but I ended up hurting myself instead." The parasite problem. Brandi explained that for weeks she had been feeling fatigued, nauseous, and generally off. Multiple doctor visits and lab tests, she says, hinted at a possible intestinal parasite. While she was still waiting on a final diagnosis, a friend suggested she try a detox purge treatment that had been gaining traction in certain alternative health circles. The treatment, according to Brandi, was marketed as an intense skin-based therapy that would draw out toxins and foreign organisms through the pores. It involved applying a heated herbal paste to the skin, allowing it to penetrate, and then sealing it with a layer of breathable film to trap the heat. It sounded natural. It sounded harmless, but what she didn't realize was just how powerful and dangerous the process could be. The heat was like fire. Brandi described the initial application as warm, almost soothing, but within minutes, the heat escalated from gentle to unbearable. "At first I thought, wow, this is really working. Then I thought, wait, my skin is on fire. It was that quick of a switch," she shared. She tried to tough it out, believing the discomfort was part of the detox process. But by the time she removed the wrap, her skin was an angry, blistered mess. The photos she shared showed large, welt-like marks and deep crimson patches, clear evidence of a severe burn. Brandi revealed that she spent the next several hours icing her skin, but the damage was already done. An ER visit she didn't expect. When the pain became unbearable, Brandi says she rushed to urgent care, where doctors diagnosed her with second-degree burns. They prescribed topical burn ointments, anti-inflammatories, and strict wound care instructions. "The doctor told me, 'You're lucky it didn't go deeper,'" Brandi recalled. "That was terrifying to hear. I couldn't believe I had done this to myself just trying to be healthy." While her face and neck bore the worst of the burns, she also sustained milder irritation along her arms, where she had tested the paste earlier. Speaking out as a warning, the decision to share her ordeal wasn't easy. Brandi admitted she initially felt embarrassed, blaming herself for falling for an unverified treatment. But she ultimately realized that silence could mean others making the same mistake. "If one person sees what happened to me and decides not to try something like this without proper medical advice, it will be worth it," she wrote. Her fans flooded the comments with messages of support, praising her transparency and sending well wishes for a speedy recovery. Several also shared their own horror stories with alternative health treatments gone wrong, reinforcing that even natural methods can have serious risks. Lessons in wellness. This isn't the first time Brandi has spoken about her health journey. Over the years, she's been candid about her struggles with migraines, skin sensitivity, and chronic stress. She's also been open about experimenting with holistic approaches, everything from acupuncture to infrared saunas. But this incident has left her rethinking her boundaries. "There's a difference between being open-minded and being reckless," she said in a follow-up post. "I crossed that line without realizing it. I should have done more research. I should have talked to a real doctor first." Her words echo a larger conversation happening in the wellness community: the balance between exploring alternative methods and ensuring safety through credible, science-backed information. The emotional toll. Beyond the physical pain, Brandi admitted the burns have taken an emotional toll. She's had to cancel appearances, skip filming opportunities, and avoid public events while her skin heals. "It's not just vanity," she explained. "When you make your living on camera, your face is part of your job. Looking in the mirror right now is hard." Still, she's determined to focus on healing, both physically and mentally. She's been working closely with a dermatologist to minimize scarring and is keeping fans updated on her progress. Moving forward with caution. Brandi says she hasn't abandoned her interest in wellness, but she's adopting a new rule: doctor first, Google second.